Shenanova, and everyone would be like, hey, Lord!
Also, some of them can't even speak. They can make that name. So yeah, it has a lot of different pronunciations. Okay, so maybe reading and that was a very short change. That was a very short change. That was a very short change.
Oh no, they're coming.
They're coming.
We need dirty dogs. We need dirty dogs. We need dirty dogs.
No.
That's not how I do. We're going to have to see what we can do. We're going to have to see what we can do. Ken I know, because he leaves every game on. I'm assuming that after tonight, he'll never show up here.
I have people dropping show here. Stealing some more players. Lightsabers game on Facebook. Always Lightsabers game on Facebook.
Shameless plug.
Always yes.
Shameless plug.
Yes.
Shameless plug. Muted.
So you're talking out then, Alex.
You muted everything.
You
muted everything. When I started saying the word fuck, or was it when I started saying the word fuck, or was it when I started saying the word fuck? I'll say it slowly and enunciate clearly. I'll say it slowly and pick it up.
Except I didn't say fuck.
We're watching. I used to watch it growing up, but
Oh, 3 years ago does not make a huge difference. 3 years ago does not make a huge difference. 3 years ago does not make a huge
I'm not 3 years old.
What? No, but growing up could have happened 3 years ago. Growing up could have happened 3 years ago. Growing up could have happened 3 years ago.
Hey, welcome back. Hey.
So did you just race the dogs around the house like 4 or 5 times?
You have like your like
times.
you have like your like upstairs.
So everything is fixed now.
Can you hear us again?
He can hear us. I can tell because he gets that look on his face. If I purse my lips hard enough, he'll
He can still hear us. He can still hear us. He can still hear us. All the bad things.
You could have said something extremely inappropriate and it would have been
Are you kidding? I missed my opportunity for that. I missed my opportunity for that.
What software are we using again? What software are we using again?
I'm thinking a giant
sorting things,
shield.
you know,
A giant
doing sorting things.
shield.
On your other miniature, like on your other miniature.
Is it hot in here?
What kind of
It's
room?
getting hot in here. Is it hot in here?
Like
What kind of room? I mean, I'm going to be taking my clothes off anytime.
yeah, I got that part. But like, do you want me to like? Yeah, I got that part. Like, do you want me to like? Like a runic symbol on it, or like
Jerk
a runic
I think
What's it picking up audio from?
I think
What's it picking up audio from?
Could be anything.
check all
So-
make sure the mics are actually.
Why,
check
if
all
this
the
mic
mics
is
are
not
actually-
broadcasting,
check
if
all
this
the
camera's not broadcasting, we should just unplug the camera's not broadcasting. We should just, so there's no blue light.
Then the whole system comes crashing down.
Okay, well then.
Crashing down.
Okay, well then.
very
Okay, well then.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
Those look like cookies, not a connector.
I would like one of those.
Those look like
BFG, big fucking gun cookie. BFG,
those are
big fucking gun cookie. BFG.
big fucking gun cookie.
Well, BFG is a.
Gun cookie. It says BFG on
It says BFG.
it. says
It
BFG.
says BFG.
It says
Because
BFG.
at least this time they're not going to. That's the terrible they're not going to.
Well,
That's the terrible
I
they're not
mean, what Kim was saying is, what this guy's saying, what Kim was saying.
That's true. It is.
This context,
That's true. If I were Myers, then I call my cookies the big fucking. Then I call my cookies the big fucking. Fake fresh goods.
Yep, that's probably it.
Yeah.
Yep,
Makes
that's
more
probably
sense.
No, I like big fucking fun. I'm just thinking if I was at Myers headquarters and I go, what should I Myers headquarters and I go, what should I BFG sounds.
There's
I think that's great.
There's a
That's great.
there's a
That's great.
they have like there's a
That's great.
but they keep on saying other stuff. Like they'll say best friend. They keep on saying other stuff. Other say best friend.
What, I have that confusion every time I turn on I have that news and I'm watching BBC and I keep thinking, well, that's a big black cock on all the board things, so I
get a cookie.
You guys like took it from me. You handed it to me.
No, I was sitting it down while I was giving him the mic.
No, like,
Or the camera, and then the camera's like, you get a cookie, and you're like, and then the camera's like,
and you're like,
So let me
no,
rephrase that. If
you handed me the camera, and I was giving it away, and set it down real quick.
if it's within the
Yeah, every time.
Because every time I put something in my mouth, people are like, "Oh," like,
or say the worst, most inappropriate things possible.
just
Let's be
play
fair.
like a big rude, like
Oh.
character.
Yeah, spit food at us and everything, man. No, because
So
every time
realistic.
I play, you seem to get like sick during it, and I feel like it's just because you weren't eating. If that makes sense. He's like, guys, I don't feel good. We're gonna have to cut it short.
you're such a bomb and everything. I'm not feeling well. Oh, do you need to eat something? Are you hungry?
He's always like, sorry guys, I'm just taking a break here. We're like, okay, Brandon.
Yeah, I have a problem.
Bulimia is not funny.
Hmm?
Bulimia is not funny.
Free
Are we free?
Free for what?
the madness.
Free for all?
No.
That's
The answer is no to that.
That is definitely what madness would sound like. It's the same thing over and over again.
Also, the sensation of spiders all over your skin.
I have it all the time already.
Yeah, don't forget that. It's the
Mad, I tell you.
it's the voices and the spiders that really tip you off.
Mine is when someone mentions that there might be a spider around, and then you constantly have the feeling for the spider.
There are
on you.
always spiders around.
Yes.
I'm well aware that there is
Yeah, but
always
then
a
when
spider
but when
around.
someone
But the
mentions
second
it,
I feel one on me, even if it goes away, I'm just gonna be like,
yeah, if someone's like, there's a bug, and I'm like, okay, and we kill the bug, I'm still like, that bug is definitely on me somewhere.
If you had spiders around, there wouldn't be bugs on you.
I mean, like, in the ear and everything. Ugh.
Spiders in the ear?
I hate it when, like, bugs will fly in my ear or my nose or anything.
Yeah, whenever I worked during the summer, they just fucking, I'm like a target for them.
Alright. It only took half an hour,
hooray!
but I think
There's no echo?
we're good.
We're free.
I'll say, chat's been following me this entire time, and just, I think that's it. Leave it alone. Fixed. I think it's good.
Have they been listening to
Also,
this whole thing?
you've saved Christmas.
Yay!
No echo, no loop. Everything looks good. Sound is clear. Video is good. No echo.
Fantastic.
I only had to turn off everything and then slowly switch things back on.
Is it this
one
button
at a
that's
time.
making everything broken?
I was like, I don't know what's wrong. Just turn off everything.
Is this the technical area, or are you talking about your sex life? Slowly
I'm gonna-
turn everything.
I'm going to be setting my phone up here in iShot. So that
Yeah,
way...
his sex life is right across the room. What are you
Hi.
talking about?
I'll say,
I
throw
do
some
not
in,
want to
it's like,
assume that he's faithful.
Stop. No one understands what's happening.
I don't want to assume that he's a monogamous guy.
So-
I want to give him no. He's definitely he's definitely in monogamy.
She's definitely not riding home with us.
To resume into the story.
I was about to just throw all these cookies at you.
I'll say,
Yeah,
if
you
want
brought
to
your own
start
cookies,
back up
right?
at an even
Yeah, I
time,
brought
you have
Loft
3
House
minutes
cookies.
left to, like, it's perfect. You just want to
Look at
simmer
those.
down.
They're so
That's all
pretty.
we
He just
know.
passed it that
They're
way.
like a wizard's hat. Do you want one?
I love wizard's hats.
It's like a universe on a wizard's hat.
Brought to you by Wizard Hat Cookies.
Such a fucking
That's great. If you want to actually go ahead and do,
I think this is actually
unplug
the
it in,
camera
I'm
here.
sure it'll actually
No.
do
The
this.
first
So, yeah,
time,
you'd have
the
to-
first time they did these cookies,
Well, they probably
tried to do
heard
like
it.
a
It does
favorite
slow down, of
frosting.
course.
They definitely heard
I
it
can
like
understand
5
why they were
times.
trying to, but they should have just stuck with the regular frosting and just made it.
I like
all-
flavored
Ooh,
things.
that's pretty. It's like
I'll
It-
hold it
it was like
open
sick
before
to
Galaxy.
me.
So I am
Bubblegum
sure that you
medicine.
get one. Then I will
Nice
close
little
it even
bitch.
past the moment. There you are.
Wizard's Hat Cookies.
could you give me a
It's
Just-
got your. Is it like a delay? Is there a delay in the video from live?
Well, it was like 6 napkins.
I mean, there's the stream time. Like, I'm not setting a delay, but it takes like a few seconds to actually get through audio.
Do we have normal latency mode on or low
Because
latency
it's
mode?
like a minute or two for mine, like a minute behind.
Well, that's because you suck.
You're on wireless.
You suffered?
Or are you on data?
Data probably.
Because if you're on data, well, if you didn't type in a password, you're almost
Cookie.
certainly on data.
I don't know.
It's probably
Well,
lagging
so
behind.
it is going through about 20 different connections,
Yeah, so
and
I'll
then
know where it's
through
gonna
like
be
Chinese
even
spy servers to. Does anyone hear a
Gothic
high-pitched
ambience?
whine?
Yeah.
Yes,
yes.
It's just music.
Yes, God.
Is that you?
It's me, Margaret.
It's,
Wait, Margaret?
Well, that's just what my wife calls me. She's stepping on the back of my neck, telling me to lick the ground. It's fine.
Oh.
And we're streaming.
Anyway,
And we're live.
if you all want to just be at ease for a moment, Brayden, if you would please.
Yeah.
oh, yes. As soon as it hits 8:30, give me a lead in.
Oh my goodness.
And I'll do my best to recap a little bit of what's been.
I mean,
Yeah.
I can't wait to
Yeah,
go
so
back
you
and
just
look
want to
at
do
the
like
chat
a
myself.
small synopsis for the last
How's
hour,
everyone doing?
so people actually now know what's going on.
Sure.
Like, I was just trying to do so many audio editing
Yeah, because they're
as
probably
quickly as I could. It was
being
like,
bombarded with so much.
we had room echo, got rid of it. We had digital echo. I was like, we need to stop.
Yeah.
Because that one just caused me so much strife.
Don't you think it should be great?
How much gold do I have?
It looked like
Well, now you have
peanuts.
25.
Free 20.
To 10. So,
Plus 25.
Well, it depends on your background. What's your background?
I don't know. Hobo.
Hooker.
All right,
Almost
it's 8:30.
If you're if you're an urchin, it's 5, I think.
Alright.
Yep, go ahead.
So, yes, back live, sans echo. I'm going to do my best to bring a decent summary of what has been occurring. But first,
Someone is slaughtering dolphins again.
Oh no! So,
Not the dolphins.
That's
as
so
our
music.
sponsor, Big Top Tabletop, creating dice rings for you. We are doing giveaways with these. This is mine that had made a beautiful dragon scale felt pattern. So we'll be getting that out into chat. We'll be starting the giveaways next week, as well as we're having a giveaway for game time as well. So there's going to be a Saturday evening game that will be starting up soon in January that you guys will be able to participate in yet another glorious Kyme campaign. If you're joining us from some other games, or if some other local person, I'd be happy to get you involved in the game, guest spot in there. And we'll be doing that every single time we stream, giving a chance to win some game time.
So that'd be like an in-person game, correct?
Exactly.
So people are...
In person, in Mason. So, of course, we'll message you all the necessary details. And then, as well as concerning the dice tray, we'll be getting in touch with the individual that wins the raffle. So, but to give a small synopsis, as I'll bring back the music a little bit, got Gothic ambience on to, as we had ended on a bit of a cliffhanger. But, so... as Vorel and Sorna, a Divifiend woman with her human ally in tow, that they had entered the town as Vorel had befallen some shadowy curse, asking to move to the corded corner where Mikhail is present, asked for the angel's touch as his divine Selahim ancestry gave him the benefits of removing this curse. Thankfully, assuaging the sickness that had taken Vorel. Although within this brothel, two more individuals have entered and causing somewhat of a ruckus, as Nar, the Eldritch, almost abomination, and certainly has begun kind of rubbing people the wrong way in this late evening, as well as Vicar, a dark elven man, still a hood up around his head, as all of you still kind of sitting at the bar, getting to know some of the people and relationships that are present. Mikhail, you are presently back in your room, just kind of biding some time as you had spoken with Trent concerning this group, driving off some patrons and sort of cornering the bar, as it were. All that's left within the bar presently is a vampiric soldier, pretty drunk at this point, as the Dark Elven barkeep is still aiding the kitchen, along with Sasha, one of Mikhail's associates, and
Vampires don't get
Remy present in the room, as well as other individuals around this space. You have not yet been shown where your rooms may be ultimately, although Sorna and Vorel have successfully, for the night, hopefully gotten a bed, or at least closed,
a companion.
yeah, closed-in space with which to dwell this night. But as all of you were kind of sitting at the bar, it is near the peak of Earth, the season of Earth, where Earth elemental energy pervades, as this town is near the center of where the Fire Divide and Earth Divide meet, this equatorial elemental energy that suffuses the world. But as you all have begun to hear, apart from the tremor that is pushing towards the town, you're beginning to see the lights flicker and darken, as you're hearing sort of a deep groan carrying through the forest like some fell voice on the wind. That is where we resume our story, as you all are just seeing out of the peaked door as it's continuing to rattle on the hinges. You guys are seeing the lights flicker, and there is movement atop the black marble wall. You're seeing quick darting shadows beginning to shift around. You're beginning to hear some other voices kind of ring out from the wall.
Would it be inappropriate for me to grab a crossbow?
The vampiric man still kind of like bent over his drink. He lives here. He's used to the tremors and stuff, and just kind of sipping a bit.
I have a hand crossbow kind of flow into my.
You have it readied as you kind of extrude it forth as your nature allows you to draw items just into your hand from some hollow that exists within your body. As you kind of just ready that very slightly at the side. Nobody takes notice of that.
Mr. Barkeep, are you sure this isn't an earthquake?
You kind of like give a yell and everything.
Does it see?
The Dark Elven man kind of peeks out and everything. No, it's should be fine. Worry not to be concerned about.
I'm going.
It's
I'm
kinda
going to
like-
go to the door.
Still, the bottles are just like rattling.
Yeah, is the door closed or open?
It's
Or
partially ajar, and
Nice.
it's rattling on
I'm
its
gonna
hinges and
take-
stuff. It's like
Do you want to close it?
I'm gonna
I'm
go
gonna
out
open
the
the door a
Open the
bit.
door? Okay.
you go to the door, you begin pushing towards the door.
Yeah.
Sorna and Voral, as you just are kind of at the door, make perception checks as you begun to push that direction as well.
Yep.
The Vampiric man still just kind of like seating.
I am also extruding a blank coin to my.
They said a pig.
Easy enough.
I did say a
Pig
pig.
iron.
Okay.
That'll be a problem.
I
Screw
said
the
a pig.
pig. I'm going to use my institutional axiom
Alrighty.
and make
Is
the
Senior
as you're
Wenceslas
trying
using-
to draw into what the threat may be, as to, like this just this odd groan coming from the forest, kind of unsettling you.
I mean, odd crones in a brothel.
Shut up.
Coming from the forest, not within any other.
It's definitely
This is
not
more
coming
of a
from within
grunt-
this.
More of a
this
groan,
establishment.
less of a moan.
It's not 15.
15.
Yeah.
As you kind of peer in, and you can see there's movement on the walls. What you had mistaken for the lights flickering are actually hundreds of figures moving along the wall in the midst of darkness. You can see it is like a kind of like rapid shuffling of numerous things moving across, like a swarm of birds or some figures stretching along. And now there's
Oh, boy.
like some, in the bit of darkness, you see the torches on the walls go out.
Close the door.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's no earthquake.
Lock it.
And closing the door, kind of the rattling still pervading.
What was it?
There's something up
You
on
see
the...
Remy kind of come out of this as all of you kind of peer back and stuff. She's like standing in this doorway now, is just kind of concerned.
Have you
Definitely.
Have you all ever seen things coming? I understand there's a wall. Is this for a reason? Because this isn't an earthquake going on, man.
The wall's just there to protect against the threats of the forest. Yes.
Is
Rest of the forest to come.
everyone sort of get into an archway. The building should be fine. It's held numerous tremors, but perhaps this is one is less than
man.
usual.
You don't understand. The torches on your wall just went out.
A pretty flying lady. Can you
As you guys are still at the
Magic.
door,
I can do some magic.
can you make light?
you hear vibrate through the windows as a nearby like yell echoes through.
Like,
I-
I'm dying yell?
Oh boy.
Did that sound like Get Out?
Sound like Get Out to me.
As
Obviously,
you guys
though,
are still like holding the door by the windows.
if I were a very hungry monster, I would yell "Get out" at the house and then eat people as they came running out.
You're
Sounds more
seeing
like something
this
busted in someone
individual
else's house
comes
and
to the
trying to get
window,
out.
a guard. You can see a blackened liquid just pouring down from his throat as a gash wound.
Does
Kind
that
of
look
comes up, throws himself against the windows.
a little too familiar for me?
A black.
Look down.
That pitch that happens every now and again. Is there a way you can do anything about that?
I'll skip to the next one. So, as he kind of pushes towards the window, the gash still just like oozing. As you can see, a man in his death throes.
I think we
Is
let
that
him in.
familiar?
We let him
Is that a
in.
familiar...
Clearly,
Are
one of the
you-
guards. He's still like beating on
Yeah,
the
I'll move
window,
towards-
but you can see he's growing pale very
Are
quickly.
you asking if oozing gash is common at this brothel?
Well, you said black, right?
like blackened blood?
Oh,
Try to get the window open.
Like instantly, the wound is necrotizing.
Right, okay. I thought
You kind of will open up the window and
and try to pull him
Don't
down if I
go-
can. And
tuck
close
inside.
it back.
As you draw yourself here, the vampiric man, you can see like reacting, turning around and stuff as you draw him in and stuff, and just
What is it?
He's very nearing drifting to unconscious. He's lost enough blood.
Try and throw some rags or something on him.
You kind of draw and apply some pressure to the wound. Gonna make a medicine check. So you can keep him in consciousness.
You just killed him.
Medicine plus 2.
I will
I'm
cast.
gonna use. Can I use my weapon and my other sign?
Just one
Just
or the
one.
other source.
I will use it.
I'll cast Cure Wounds.
So, as you're beginning to invoke the energy,
That's 4, right? Or is
No,
that
that's a 1.
7.
7. Okay. You draw down rags and you try to invoke the energy of your staff to assure his stabilization. You can see just still like spurting blood, and instantly the wound is just growing rot filled. The smell from it kicking up already.
Ugh.
As you cure wounds that it will stabilize, although the wound is still necrotized in some manner.
Is it a blade or a rip like a
It looks
claw?
like a rip like teeth marks bit in, and as he's still just like
Heals for 7.
thank you.
What's going on out there?
Tell us what you know.
Came over the walls.
What is they?
I'm dead.
Undead.
Undead.
As you guys can hear a kind of echoing from outside, that there is moving past the window, rattling through a horrific wasted face of some voracious undead creature.
Do the windows slide or
Vicar had slid it up and then back down, getting the guy in.
Okay, so it's shut again.
I
But
slide it up, shoot it, slide it back down?
so, as it gets to the window, it is getting ready, you can see, to pounce. So I just need everybody to go ahead and roll initiative.
Which way do the doors open, by the way?
It opens in.
So in towards us.
Yep.
Oh, that sucks.
That's pretty good.
I'm still in my room, so I assume I don't roll
Yeah,
anything.
you're hearing a ruckus out there. So go ahead and roll initiative. You're kind of like, what's going on?
18 for initiative.
21.
Said 21 for
Yeah.
Voro.
Voro Moonthrick.
Nar for Sorna.
17.
Wow, you guys want to go first?
We gotta kill those things.
19.
Nice. Okay.
Nice.
And Mikhail.
10.
10. Okay.
He's in the
right
back
in the
room.
middle.
Yes, he's in the back room.
I'm coming from the back.
Alrighty.
As he's used to.
Yeah, in the brothel.
Okay. This is cool. Brothel siege. I like it.
Brothel siege?
A brothel zombie siege.
Brothel zombie
The
siege.
best place to have a zombie outbreak.
Well,
Two great tastes that go great together.
Is it?
What?
No, it's not. Absolutely not. Could
That's
someone be
definitely
like,
not a snack
they'd
that-
be like, help, I'm also
Smiling back,
infected. You're like, no, you just
please.
have gonorrhea. You're fine.
thanks for the secular flesh.
As
There's a Japanese zombie movie called. Never mind.
as both Voral and Sorna, you are at the door. You are actively ready to brace it. It will require your action and an athletics check to set the DC for the door, because you guys are going to need to brace it. This individual is still prone. As Voral, you had just reached out and secured him. He has just stood up. You had begun moving over here towards the window, readying a crossbow bolt as soon as it comes in. So,
Is there anything
Voral
else?
reacting first.
Did we see anything else
You're
besides
seeing
the
just this
Zambo?
one
Okay.
for now.
I'm guessing there's more than that.
Probably just the one.
Probably just
It's a very
Yeah,
loud.
like just the one causing all the
He
torches
has
to
those,
go out.
those boots that sound like 20 or 30 people.
Yeah, he's just walking around
Very
smacking a
good
boot on the ground. I will. Can I? Is there a window on both sides of the door?
just here and here.
Can I go out and look out that window and cast snare right in front of the door?
So the windows were not locked. You'll need to use an action to like open it.
Oh, it's an
actively.
action to open
Yeah,
it.
it'd be an action to like draw it open enough,
Oh my!
or an attack, but you're not taking the attack action.
No, guess
So unfortunately, you're kind of like
Never
draw it up,
mind.
So put it in your quiver so it's a
But
slow
it
draw.
just needs to
action.
be a place you can see on the ground. You can see it through the window, so if you're, you can set snare there. So
I didn't know the
issue.
windows were actually. I thought there was like an actual like wooden blind or that one in front of them.
Oh, they're glass windows.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
you
then
can see them.
I'll just
That's
So
how we can see
you
the
peer
guy.
on forward in front of the door, and you set the snare, the abjuration magic taking hold. So there is
a snare.
a snare, indeed. That's a 5 foot. Is that correct?
Let's double check. Because I know it works.
Opening a rule book.
5 foot radius on the ground before.
Alrighty. As your snare is set here.
And my rope from my dungeoneer packs disappears.
Alrighty. As the end of Laurel's turn, just having drawn to that window, any movement shifting around?
So I did that.
You drew out the rope.
Yeah. Can I run and then jump behind the and crouch?
And you slide across and look super cool doing it.
Yeah.
You just begin to crouch down as you see this creature still at the window.
As I make my landing, I crash and destroy a bunch of mugs.
As it comes to Vicar.
Window is open or closed?
Closed.
I'm gonna drag the hurt guy a little farther into the room.
Alright. 5, 10, 15. You get to there, just kind of bring him across and stuff.
So is it my action to grab him?
Yeah, it's kind of like it's considered like a
Are
grapple.
there windows along that wall? I see a window.
1 and 2.
None over here where you just
none
dragged.
over there. That's assault.
Okay. And then I'll use 30 feet or whatever to get back into the fray.
Yeah, easy enough. Right there at the window?
Yeah.
Okay, simple enough. So, end of Voral's turn. It falls to Nar. The creature, you can see in its shuffling along, it is a creature that you've dealt with numerous times, along with Vicar. Clearly some type of rotting corporeal undead zombie-like, though you can see it's a bit more feral.
I open the window an inch.
Alrighty. You kind of like come up and begin
Just
opening the window. I'll let you use your cunning action to do that.
okay.
To gain a little bit of extra movement, to like shift the window up, so you'll be able to...
12.
12, that'll hit.
Does 12 hit the shambling zombie?
As
4
you loose
points
the
damage.
crossbow bolt, it like shifts there in a lung and you can see like it's heaving. So, any other action for Nar?
Shut the window back.
Let it fall back down.
Yeah, as you had used your cunning action to kind of open it, get a little extra movement and stuff, and everything.
I
just
use
kinda-
my extra stow draw to.
stuff. Yep,
Shut
there you go. Easy enough. As it falls to Sorna.
Well, I'm going to try and keep this door braced.
Alrighty. Using your action, go and make an athletics check.
With your beefy stature.
That'll be a 23.
23,
Nice.
nice.
Is she beefy?
She's a big, strong paladin.
No, she's a lot smaller than you.
She could drag you, but
Yeah.
She looks really small.
I check my eyes.
So, he comes up kind of a bit drunken. He'll come over and aid you in bracing the door. So you'll be
Awesome.
making
I thought he
athletics
was
checks with
gonna go
advantage.
outside.
Or whatever that puts you
That
in.
undead is going to open the door for his brother. No! Shooting.
Mikhail. You're hearing kind of thrashing and yelling out there.
Guess I'll go out.
Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Use your action to dash. You see Remy, just her face filled with horror, looking at what's happening.
And I can see him. Is it like a wall that I'm looking at?
Yeah,
or is that
solid
like
wall.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can't really go in. Yeah, I guess I'll use my action to dash.
Like talking to a brick
5,
wall.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Rushing on out, you can see the undead creature on the other side of the window pane. A man with still like a necrotic wound borne upon his neck, but as you kind of take in the surrounding, You see a Divithine woman bracing the door along with a vampiric soldier and others getting ready for battle.
Can I use a bonus action?
Yeah.
Can I use healing word on the guy who's got the...
Definitely.
What do you say?
I
Get
say,
better.
Get the F up.
How much are you healing for?
D4 plus your wisdom.
Yeah, let's just do it just first level. Yes. I have a 3 plus 2, I think it is 5.
5 points. All right. With the cure wounds and the healing word, you have one more hale enough fighter to try to survive this. As anything else from Mikhail?
No.
You see other feral undead figures swarm from behind.
Behind?
The windows.
One-
Behind the windows.
Larger.
Okay.
Oh man.
Holding his own arm.
So bigger, I think.
I think it's smaller, so I'm not as big a target.
Yeah. I go prone.
Exactly. Except I just kind of melt into the floor.
Yeah.
Oof. I am the full floor planks.
Yes.
I become plank.
As
Oh, that's a lot.
these
a
figures
You're right. It's more than one.
I don't think my stairs going to help.
fill the area. But
Oof,
as you're pushing
It
along,
might stop one.
yeah.
Nar, Vorel, and Vicar, you see that there is another armored figure, slick with blackened blood. You can see already pierced onto spiked shoulder pauldrons, 7 skulls taken from Slaggish and Dark Elven Guard that had been on their post, freshly just pierced onto there, impaled. As he pushes through the number, he kind of stops and gazes and looks, and you see the distinct helmet as almost rotting flesh and tumorous bone. This foul knight amongst this horde of undead just kind of gives an errant glance your direction and continues marching on out of sight. So, Vorel.
That's me. My turn?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shoot.
It had to come back to your turn.
I'll come back to you eventually.
Vicar's on deck.
Shoot, man.
Yes, do that.
I can't. Well,
Oh.
how strong is the glass?
A usual pane window. You saw the one zombie was like beating against it, but didn't actively shatter it.
Okay. Well, no, that's not concentration, so I don't have to worry about snare. I will move my way over here to get behind this corner right here. So
Easy
5,
enough.
10. Then I will enter. I will use my bonus action, and I'll enter my my adrenaline-like state already. So I still have the mask up as a visor right now. So you all see that as I'm doing that, I just kind of take a deep breath and just pull out the bow and ready in action for the moment anything either breaks the glass on the other side or if anything enters inside the building, I'm going to shoot whatever comes in first.
Gotcha. Vicar.
Okay. I'm going to draw my sword from my staff, and I will shout out to Remy. Remy, if there's a basement, start getting people down there.
She'll use her reaction. Okay.
And I will move to the window and hold my action to swing it.
Right there, adjacent to Nar.
Yeah. So if anything comes through.
Ready your longsword?
Yeah.
Your saber?
With the 2 hands.
All right. It is Sonar.
Uh,
If they reach over and try and shoot once more,
how many hands are right there?
lots of them.
How many hands?
A good dozen.
Yeah. I feel like if I open it, they will keep it open. Are those the only 2 windows I observed in my quick
So far.
walk around them?
Mhm.
But there could be other windows.
Yeah.
Did
Seem like this corner brothel within this kind of city line and stuff. Both of these, as you have observed, are solid walls because you had a little bit of perspective in the kitchen as well.
and is the naked guy out there now?
You do see behind you the barely clothed Mikhail.
More doors.
Yep.
So you kind of use your action, just like, yep. You do know the best place where you could retreat out of here is here. That certainly you could try to push up to the next tier of the town, should this horde prove too much.
So yeah, I know the layout. I'm assuming.
So I take out one of those. Is this a sliding window?
Mm-hmm. Slides up and down.
Can I jam some of those blanks between them so it won't go up any further? Like you have to shatter it instead of pushing
like
it
a
open?
sleight of hand check for you to get them just right to wedge them in there.
Okay, so what I'm going to try to do, I turn back the window, I take 2 of my arms, I'm going to open the window an inch and then jam it. You can shoot through an inch, right?
I'm a sharpshooter, so I ignore cover.
No, I missed the trick. That does not go well. That's a 1.
Natural 1. Okay.
Oh no.
You throw open the
And shatter the glass.
Your adrenaline has already taken you, and you the glass shatters on the opposite portion as you see this eldritch individual just open it up for them.
Oh shit!
As he's trying to make it, so go ahead and make your attacks, and you make your attacks as well.
That's amazing.
Love it.
I like the 20 beside it much better, but
I'll make this a
Other I
sharpshooter,
can use on attacks, yeah.
right?
Yes,
I will use other.
if you need to.
I'm at an 8 right now.
I am. Oh,
That'll be
I'm
a
not
12 to
behind
hit
That'll hit.
Also 12.
Will hit as well.
10.
No damage.
plus.
As you're aiming for this one,
Is that the one
had
I
been
shot?
struck
Yeah.
already.
9 piercing.
9 piercing. From this, you see he drives the sword forward and kind of rattles it around the cage for a moment. And you see it kind of like falls limp and stuff, but comes back. As you kind of like, you can choose to strike that one again or loose your arrow to the next one.
I'll hit for the next one behind it.
Alright.
Because it seems like that one's
So how much damage?
So 8 plus 6 is
14.
14 plus 10. That's 24.
4. Nice.
Because it was sharpshooter, so 12.
You see that one as you manage to strike and rattle around in the skull. You see it falls limp to the ground. But both of you kind of see the hand rises back up.
And a lightning bolt in the distance.
So,
Shit.
as both of your held actions come to a close, Nar, you had attempted to start using your bonus
I'm
action
going to patch the glass back.
Anything else you wish to do on your turn?
Step back.
All right, you will take an opportunity attack. As
Isn't
you
he
moved,
prone?
You moved here.
Yeah.
He kind of stabbed through. Didn't necessarily knock him prone.
Oh,
My
okay.
shot was
So-
helped him.
As you were going to step back,
I still step back.
it's going to attempt to reach out for you. A 17 to hit.
That will hit.
Going to do this grasping claw for 8 points
I'm
of
sorry?
slashing damage.
Damn
It
it.
just digs into your body, stripping off some of the bark and goo-like exterior. But you do successfully step back, so using 10 feet of movement, you have your back to the bar.
Yep.
You're rushing back. Anything else for you?
I ooze.
Oops.
The
What
sword.
happens when you bleed?
You can see the window is an issue. You can still hold the door so as not let them all in here. Or you can trust your vampiric individual to hold the door, and you can go over and get your licks in against these undead creatures.
Do you think you can hold the door?
As you see, he left his weapons leaning on the bar and stuff. He is not actually bearing them.
All right.
So,
Smooth.
No, I'm not leaving this door.
okay.
He's like, yeah, I got it.
You go get your weapons then.
So, As you're still just using your action to hold the door, staying with the DC 23, you're still bracing in the same manner. As it falls to him, he uses half his movement to stand up, get over the bar, position himself. He had lost his bow, which you can see he just like draws out a short sword and kind of like turning it to the side. He's actively ready to defend himself, but he will reach over to where the vampiric man was and kind of throw the shield as his action towards him. So.
I like
Great.
The vampiric man, you see that he'll use his action and draw to go over and get his shield and longsword. Kind of draw it, and then you see that he invokes this kind of shadowy magic that suffuses all vampires in the world as he grants himself this unliving armor, so resistance to any form of attack. So that was his action. Bonus action to try and stave off the threat as it falls to Mikhail.
I'm going to approach and cast Entangle on
Nice.
the door.
So you want to step behind the bar.
So not
or in
only
front
will
of the
they
bar?
become ensnared, they will also be.
Entangled.
Whichever.
So in front of the bar, as you can kind of like see out there kicking some dim light, you invoke power, and that's a 10-foot cube, is that correct?
I want to say yes.
Oh, double check.
But I don't have it. I have the Monster Man.
20-foot cube.
20 foot. Sweet. Very good.
There we go.
You're so fast,
Straight
Brady.
up the whole wall then.
As all of them within that space are going to be forced to make strength saving throws, otherwise be restrained.
It's a DC 12.
12, okay.
Elf.
Not the
very
strongest.
high. We are small people.
You
Small
see.
potatoes.
Is it? Can I cast it on the door as well? Like, can it?
Like
would it
entangle the door?
strengthen like the wall and the door?
Will the door have to make a strength saving throw?
Or would they have to break through?
It would be
Do you
focused
see
on
the door?
creatures,
Like I
but
said,
it
creatures.
definitely is creating a barrier against
Nice.
the window.
Like people who are players looking for it.
Yeah. Like, as if they. I was thinking that it would have to be.
So the
break
vines
DC.
would reinforce the door, making it
Yeah.
harder to adding to the DC to break through.
That's what I was hoping.
Arcane lock.
So 4 of them were restrained.
Yeah.
Big guy managed to resist it.
They become
Of
immune
course,
to the
the
effect
guy
after they
managed
save.
to resist it.
He's a little bit stronger.
Ooh.
It's covering. Stab on. There we go. Okay. So, from what you can tell, all of those in sight are within this kind of writhing force of vines. Although they seem to have golden thorns as anything else for Mikhail. And you're concentrating on that spell.
Yeah, that is. How's our guy doing?
He's okay. He's ready to fight.
He's fine.
The how's the necrotic thing? Does it like it stop spreading?
Still born there. Thankfully, some magical healing temporarily ameliorated it. But
Let's do another human word.
healing works.
Just
All right.
for,
Big
just in case.
All right. Then,
What'd you say?
They held each
The
other.
rags were the big
Another
player.
more?
Right there.
Nice.
you can tell as far as battle stamina, he is as fit as he's going to be.
Relegated.
So,
Nice.
alrighty. And at Mikhail's turn, the Horde. So, starting their turn there as well. Big guy makes it.
Big guy.
Fails additionally.
Gonna walk through the glass.
Walk through the
Clown
glass.
room.
Completely ignore my snare. That just fell. So.
Oh, yeah.
We know where
He is going to push through the glass. He is going to be considered crawling, so attacks against him are going to be at advantage. But he is going to get his strike in against you.
No.
Be a 17 to hit.
Yes.
We are weak people.
And you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as that just lands, and you feel the bones crunch inside this creature's fist. And you feel a dark necrotic energy. Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Or become a Zambo.
Pretty good. 22.
22. You can feel like the bruise getting instantly like a drawing as if your blood is instantly pooling in your body. But thankfully you kind of draw it back, like the coagulation beneath this bruise you had just suffered, thankfully done away with. So you only take 1 point on necrotic damage. But drawing to the rest, as they managed to make their saves, we'll move.
The first one to walk to the door must make a dexterity saving throw.
They're pretty slow. They're using their actions to dash. He gets there
They're
as the
dashing.
snare
Sure, I'll just leave.
goes. A dex save. Fail. So
Nice.
he is restrained.
So
Is that
he
correct?
is lifted in the air and restrained until it is dispelled, is what it says.
Drawn up. As you just hear like a as the cord just takes him on up. Is it 30 feet in the air?
Let's double check.
30 feet, that's
Pretty good.
And upside down,
Yeah, that's
three,
pretty high.
3 feet above the ground,
Oh, 3 feet.
upside down.
I like it better when it was 30.
The creature is restrained here until the spell ends.
Alrighty. As you see the horde, thankfully restrained for now. Other
So
creatures
he is stuck
begin-
there for
in front of the door,
8
upside down,
8 hours too. So
in front of the wall finds, helping
yeah.
block his friends.
You see other creatures
that looks
coming
familiar.
from behind. Another field of undead creatures, and there are
Set it on fire.
5 more additionally behind them.
Oh.
So, as you can just tell, this town is befalling to some horrific roaming horde. As we come back to Voral.
I see all this and I go, we should leave. We're gonna leave. That's an idea. And as I do say that, I will
Right?
shoot that big guy.
You just tell Remy that we need to leave.
Do you have
Yeah, so I'm gonna do a sharpshooter and shoot at the big dude.
They had begun rushing back as well. Sorry, at the end of the rounds, you saw Remy and everybody beginning to
Yeah, boys
rush
have to.
out of the back,
Um,
and you know there's no basement.
Natural 20.
Natural 24.
Some
Sorry.
big guy.
Big. Oh yes, that'll definitely hit.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'll
it's a base 10 because I did sharpshooter.
That's a lot of alcohol, you're right.
Yeah.
Far.
Another 10. 30. 35 damage.
This large, zombified horror, you can see you just struck right through the eye, rattles around in the skull as the rest of the body just sloths to the ground.
And I go, and on that, and I walk out the door this way.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You still kind of like have an eye
tell me
there?
about this.
Oh, wait.
Yeah,
Yes,
I wanna
that's,
try
right.
to
That's a
find
dead
it.
end. You kind of like peek there, like, oh, nope, okay.
Yes.
Okay. End of Oral's turn comes to Vicar.
All right, I'm gonna hop behind the bar counter area.
5, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah, and just grab as much as I can of alcohol.
So underneath and everything, so
like,
like,
yeah, there's
you know, you grab a good 5 bottles.
like hard stuff. Okay, and I'll head over to the front and just like drop
Do you mind
down as hard as I can.
Towards the front of the window.
Yeah, front door, front area.
So, dropping all the bottles all around is hard liquor.
All right, that's an action, I assume.
Yep.
Okay.
Take everything up
Yeah,
to do that much.
What are you doing with that liquor, Vicar?
I'm gonna start a fire.
I have to. It rhymes with my name.
Went back from the liquor and towards
5, 10.
the door.
You stand up on top of
Yeah, that works.
up on top of the tower. So,
Thanks, man.
alrighty. It comes to Nar.
is the alcohol around the feet of the pretty winged lady?
A bit. It's covering a good portion of the window.
It
He
was
just
being-
kind of like
alright.
picked it up and he was just like, so. It's filling this space, 10-foot cube. Pull it around there.
I gotta get away from the camera.
And are there? Is it cobblestone outside of this?
Yes.
I just
Kicking the camera.
I empty a bag of 1,000 ball bearings out the window with all of the fun zombies and the vines and stuff.
Alrighty. They are certainly impeded.
I'm like,
as you just kind of draw up your hands and like shooting metallic peas, you bring down a rain of all these metallic ball bearings. So filling up that space, I'll be forced to make a DC 10 dexterity saving throw.
nice.
And I then use another hand and light up a flame and look at her. I just hold it there.
So bringing up the other portion, like kind of through your neck, you kick. It'll be an action to like, but you have your tinder and everything ready. So unless you have some way to instantaneously make fire, just a tinder.
It's just tinder.
Okay, gotcha.
But with my extra stow draw, I draw both of them at once quickly, so it starts a fire automatically.
Just Sorna.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell the vampire that maybe he should go into the back. Like, just go with Remy.
So
Best
he'll
case
kind of
is
like
leave.
respond and like look around, just like, oh yeah.
We gotta go.
So
I'm gonna keep the door closed until everyone's.
keeping it set. There is like a good lock on it and stuff,
Okay,
so
well-
maybe you'd have like a round. They'd have to use their whole action to bash it in if you do want to go ahead.
Okay, then we'll
Also a
lock the
hanging
door
zombie
and-
in front of the door anyway.
So that's just a 5 feet of movement.
There's
to
a
lock the door.
punching bag just flying across the doors.
So pushing back, or
And
kind
vines
of
and
to
ball
the-
bearings.
to there.
To there,
Yeah.
have my sword and shield ready.
Alrighty.
What is this circus here?
As
I want to
you
ride.
can see, people moving on. Still has the short sword at the side. 5, 10, 15, 20. He'll be right on your tail.
Is this the same guard that we interacted with? or is
Different
it
man.
different? Okay.
Different man.
He's
As
dead.
That guy's different.
Rest in peace, man.
Now I saw his
Very
head go
dead.
by on a spike
Yeah.
earlier.
the vampiric man
somewhere.
kind of gets to right there and is just like, let's go.
That was the plan.
Mikhail. Still seeing the swarming vines kick around, as well as all these ball bearings out there.
I've armed the plants. They're all thrown.
No one was coming through the window. Was totally dead. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I
Got hit by a
It didn't
crit.
come back alive.
Not yet.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Not that you've seen.
I suppose. Are you staying? You stopped and you turned around and you staying?
Yeah.
I'll touch her and give her protection from good and evil.
Alright. That is also concentration. That will end entangle.
That's fine.
We have ball bearings.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we're about to have fire.
Yeah.
Ball bearings and fire.
It's fine.
Under
Sounds like a
from evil
great
and
combination.
good, undead creatures will have disadvantage to strike you.
Awesome.
So, it ain't hitting you.
And you
Alright.
have
Anything else from Mikhail?
advantage on fear
I'm gonna-
and something else.
Back out toward the way people are going.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah.
Marching through there. So, you have your armor in your pack in your room, so you will need to go get that.
Yeah.
But you had been carrying your pike, or your, I don't know.
Yeah, I figured I was still in my loincloth, but I at least
Yeah.
grabbed my hammer.
It's like a mob boss during the drug raid. He's like,
Of these creatures, this one's going to try and move through. Dexterity save for it. It manages to make it.
Aw.
What?
It's fine.
So,
Trip and falls.
succeeds on his strength saving throw. Sorry, I meant to say strength saving throw he succeeded on, but fails on his dexterity saving throw.
Well, there's no
You get
entanglement
through the-
anyways.
Oh, yes, that's right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. So he did succeed on the dexterity saving throw as well, as he begins pushing in through here.
I'm not going to count that second roll. That was intensely a dexterity roll.
Yeah, three on the die and a 16 on the other. So
Yeah.
All right, as they're going to begin
I'll
pushing
choose
in.
the former.
Just
The
first.
door's out of order.
Oh my gosh! Wow, another dexterity save. And for the other one, fails, plops down, impedes.
Whoa!
It's going to be able to move through, but they get right there, trouncing through the alcohol. As the remainder of
Little
these,
alcohol footprints.
no restrain, those will move up there. I don't move any further into this space, and nobody has visual on exactly what this is doing, except you do see two more join this instance.
She's still locking the door. She was giving us time.
The door is just locked now.
Oh, I thought she was.
And there's
she-
a
she
swinging
moved
zombie
forward.
in the front of the door too. So
Alrighty,
I can't see it.
Devoral.
I am still more or less
Is there any windows
protecting
along
the door.
along there?
Not along this stretch that you see.
What
It's a pretty
about
solid wall.
what about along these doors?
No.
These-
It seemed like they just had
There's
two
only two windows.
two windows at the corner.
Well, they
Everything
gotta-
else
This is a
solid
brothel.
wall.
They gotta hide the
Nobody
sin.
wants to
Yeah,
get this
exactly.
shit done.
They're like, you guys see that in there?
Too many
Those-
peeping toms.
those
They got rid
cost
of all
extra.
of the windows.
Yeah.
You have to pay to look.
No
at the window.
voyeurism allowed. Yes, I'm gonna run out that way.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Can I peek around and see if there's anything else?
Okay. As you just crest around the corner, you do see that this is doors open, but there's a closed, kind of a larger barred door meant to kind of be like a rear access in the brothel, as it were.
So, and it's locked on the inside with
Yes.
a bore. All right.
Shit. Is Remy in the basement?
There's no basement.
Okay, good.
Ground floor level. That makes sense. So I'll use my action to dash then.
Right.
And
Get there. Be an action to draw
Yeah,
the
be an
bar
action.
over
So
everything.
yeah, I'm gonna chill out there.
Alrighty. It falls to Vicar.
Real quick, is there a peephole or is he just blindly opening that?
I didn't know.
He'll just be blindly
Okay.
opening it.
It's either go through the zombie horde or find another way out. So
I like it. I'm gonna. So I'm behind the bar currently. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. I'm gonna look for anything interesting. Maybe a bottle of filigree or a cash box.
look, I'm trying to
Just
see.
really quick.
Yeah. You definitely, passive-wise, you do see there is a sealed lockbox where coin can easily be deposited.
Ooh.
You mentioned that's kind of like the till.
I'm gonna grab that.
I mean, it could have been burnt up when the bar.
Is it my action?
That's not your action. It's small enough and everything. It's kind of like a little box.
Yeah.
You will have to have a free hand to like hold it. and
Let's
everything.
ask him.
I can't tuck it.
It's like about this size. So you need to like use your action to get it in your pack and everything because you've already used your one kind of. Like,
I'll just hold it. So I'm gonna try to grab another handful of bottles and bring them over to the front area.
So you have your sword in one hand, kind of like tucked,
Yeah.
the chest and
it's
everything,
awkward, but
and you have 3 bottles in this hand.
pretty flexible.
You're like, Nar, here, take this.
And I'll drop those down, and then I'll just run the rest of the way towards the back door.
Ready.
So
4 bottles crash and everything. I mean, if you want to, you just like use your attack action and just like shatter all the bottles for like a good like 10-foot span.
Heck yeah, definitely do that.
So you just like run all across. Go and make an attack roll. No damage necessary. It's only gonna be 1 HP. So
Ooh. It's an 8, but it's just bottles, right?
yeah, it's just glass. So that easy enough.
Sorry, their AC is 10.
So
You hit the wall.
15.
I just break all the corks.
So spilling all throughout here, there's another distinct field of alcohol.
Yeah, then I'm headed 40, or
Would
as far
those
as I can
count-
get towards the back
would those
door.
count as like
5,
caltrops
10,
with the glass?
40 will get you there.
It's good enough.
Alrighty. As it comes to Nar.
Who is left in the room?
You and the Divafiend woman.
So I shoot the one right in front of me in the face.
Alrighty. That'd be,
Well, is it an action to? You say it's an action to light
an
the.
action to strike.
What do you
or,
about?
or interact with the object. It won't be like a stow draw interact with the object because you already have them out now. So
Yeah.
it'd be more of like a and you can still shoot.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
I'll let you use your cunning action for striking.
Are you
Manipulate
running?
object.
Yeah.
18 to shoot the person in front of
they,
me.
They are within 5 feet of you, so it is a disadvantage because you're doing a ranged weapon attack.
Well, I'm not going to still and draw my rapier, so So a 23 on the
Yeah.
second one.
So it'll hit.
And 7 points damage.
7 points. You see the necromantic energy dissipate for a moment as it's getting ready to falter, but
And then I set the ground on fire
ready.
and disengage.
As it had just tracked through, the fire is presently no threat to you, but flames begin to erupt around. As you had done the attack, go and roll a d6 of damage for me, please.
2.
2 points. Oh, the fire damage. As it is getting lit.
And I will. Can I octopus put my back feet up and haul myself over the
Use your bonus
bar?
action to disengage.
Yeah.
Alright.
I will.
10, 15, 20, 25,
I'm
30.
outta
Get you on in
here.
there.
Okay.
You felt the heat from this alcohol driven fire. And so Sorna.
Okay. All right. Well, since we're all moving back towards the door, I will as well. But I'd like to still be facing them to be able to attack if they're going to follow.
Mm-hmm. So will you use your action to disengage, or you want to take an opportunity attack?
They have disadvantage on you.
They have
Anyways,
disadvantage.
so-
So.
It's gonna be tough for them to hit you.
What they do.
Only a 12.
Doesn't hit.
It kind of like across your armor, but like not
Gives you a
concerned.
nice
You just give like a slight lift on the wings over, so no real issue. As you'll kind of stop right there, unless you want to move on through, you can, but you'll kind of be the rear guard, essentially. So, alrighty.
I'm just out of there. See you guys later.
You want to use your action to hold an attack to get closer?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So this man will push on back to this doorway and kind of like look at everything.
Are there any survivors?
And he'll be like, "Oh, we're out! Leave with us!" As clearly, perhaps they had hoped to just take refuge. 5, 10, 15. There. I'll rush on through. And the vampiric man. 5, 10, 15.
Vampiric man.
March through here, just behind. He's going to use his action to hold an attack, just in case anyone comes along. And then it is to Mikhail.
I'm gonna head, to my room. And
5, 10, 15,
Hold on,
20,
guys, I'm
25, 30. Using all of your movements, you get just to the footlocker at the edge of the bed, something that you've not looked at for years. You've never had to draw out this armor or anything, so you can just take the footlocker with you, or you can just use your interact object and kind of open it and use your action to gather up all the stuff.
how big is the footlocker?
Well, just fair side. Yeah. Just
About foot.
I was about to say that too.
You'll be able to get everything in action. So, you begin pulling it out and flip it open, as yet again you are thrown into
Fire.
the flames of violence. As you draw up your armor and your pack and everything, so it's all set to go.
Can I use my reaction to just call out to everybody else? Remy and Sasha, just making sure everybody's still.
And that other dude.
As they'll
Yeah.
as they'll begin to push on through, climbing over the bar. Deck save for them.
Fire stuff.
Moving through the fire. Go ahead and roll 2d6 for me, please.
Getting started.
The fire's catching.
10.
10.
Yeah.
Now you get 2 fire markers out there.
Two
fire.
fire
It's growing.
markers.
It's growing.
And soon it would be 3.
So, you can see this one had sustained damage. Managed to evade the flames. This one takes the full brunt. It's just the flesh beginning to boil off, but not enough to fell it. Drawing up here, so as both of them just move into your space, you can make an attack.
Yeah. That will be Yeah, 21.
21 will hit. As you see the one that had first been struck by Nar to begin this combat, has still just drawn itself back again and again from this foul undead fortitude.
That'd be 6 damage.
6 points of damage?
Yeah, 6
Alright.
slashing.
Kill it.
You see the undeath leave the form as the corpse just rattles to the ground. Finally. As this other one is going to land an attack against you, or attempt to. Disadvantage. And the protection only a 14 to hit.
Absolutely not.
They
Will begin rushing through the flames for that 10. This one fails, take the full brunt. They're rushing forward just over there. Pushing in here. Dies instantaneously. Oh, he got a natural 20. You see this one zombie just perfectly
he picks
like
up the
gathers
fire.
himself up at the edge of the window frame, just like and steps over. It's like almost dance-like.
Mine the gap.
But this one is just torched.
Mind the gap.
We take
As
a
they'll
moment to
rush in as well.
appreciate the majesty of that move.
Still bearing damage. So this zombified horde is doused in flame, and they are actively bringing those flames to this other portion.
All according to plan.
Yeah.
More fire.
As you see those who had sought refuge, the barkeep, Sasha, Remy,
Trent.
and Trent.
What about,
Which one's Trent?
Libra and Hansig. Are
They had not come in yet because it was early evening.
I talked to
So you're not
Hansig
sure.
earlier. About
Oh, yes.
the rare badger.
Yes, yeah, he's there as well.
Okay, the
Where hedgehog?
were-hedgehog should be named Ron.
There we go.
I mean,
So,
Can you
as they
imagine
begin,
a full human-sized hedgehog walking around?
yeah, Ron Jeremy.
terrifying. As they're beginning to move, hearing the call,
Oh, they were inside still.
they were hiding out over here and stuff.
Oh,
Zombies,
good
you say?
call,
Let's go to the
good
very
call.
back room.
It's going to get very warm.
Yeah.
So they make it to their county. There we go. Using their action to dash. So
Sweet.
rushing along as it comes to Voral.
Me. I open the door.
Using your action,
In the door.
you throw the bar to the side and
Carefully.
push it outwards.
Oh, goes outwards. What?
You are hearing groaning howls and cries of pain surrounding you. You can look up above that there are figures moving along the upper tiers of the town, but seemingly ready to arms or rushing away from this threat. Hearing now, calling out, any bells of alarm were quieted as of yet. You have not heard any alarm bells, but you know that the threat is on and active.
Right.
But you do see rising here behind you that there is a scalable wall.
See you guys.
It is a good 40-foot
Yeah.
portion, but you, as a mountaineer, is no issue for you.
But for everyone else, is there any threat immediately near this back door?
Nothing here.
Okay.
You just see kind of clotheslines of laundry still left out.
I'm going to turn the corner right here.
Right. As you come around here, you notice how starkly white all of it is. Certainly they can bleach out the past deeds, but kind of just remark and peering around still, you
What do I see with my
See.
special eyes?
pushing through here, there are undead creatures.
Rating that.
One
other room.
more large form one that has broken through and is standing in the doorway.
Oh, Hulk-like. That's what you're
Be
hulking
able to
like.
see just kind of on that edge. You hear other moans and rattling bodies pushing themselves through these town streets.
I look at the door and I look up the wall.
It's a good 40-foot climb.
Shit. So I will run to this spot right here, try to get myself some cover from sight.
Yep. You duck in behind kind of a bush in the small alcove as the next tier of the town lies up above.
And then I will wait for survivors.
Alrighty, to Vicar.
Alright, I'm gonna look at my cash box and the people behind me trying to get out. And then I'll head back to the doorway behind me. Yes.
20.
And I'm gonna one-handed attack that one there.
Alrighty.
With the money.
With the money?
Do you have proficiency in money?
That's not great. That's only a 9.
9 will hit.
Oh, great.
They're zombies.
Slow moving, on fire zombies.
Yeah.
They're very visible.
They're a target, if any.
That's 6 piercing.
6 piercing.
He actually leans into your blade to help you.
He's like, here, let me show you. Still.
And I will take the dodge action and stay there.
As your bonus action, you invoke the key.
Who's that key?
As Sorna. You have an ally who's trying to secure passage for these other non-combatants.
Protect.
But what you're seeing as he kind of edges up to you, almost like a sort of like his body moves in a wave-like motion as it kind of rattles back to where it should be. There's like some odd element to his extremities, but you kind of like are thrown off from it. Okay, focus.
Whatever.
But, so,
Doing a little dance.
it is to Nar.
I step forward, taking out my rapier, and stab the one in the doorway.
Alrighty.
24.
24 will hit,
Vicious poke.
6 points damage.
and that's with your sneak attack.
Oh no, I didn't add in sneak
Yeah,
to
'cause you're
that.
flanking.
You're within 5 feet of an ally.
9 points damage.
Points. Right.
Nice.
Let's see. This one is felled, still a bit charred and in flames, but yet another corpse filling this brothel.
I flip up, pig into the face of the one in front of the pretty winged lady,
This
giving
one
her advantage on her attack. Yeah.
okay. Strikes. So it comes to Sorna.
That's not real money.
Alright. How close is that one in front of me?
It is 10 feet away from you.
I'm gonna have to move. I don't want to move into the fire.
You're
Well, I don't think the
fine,
fire
friendly.
is spread to.
Okay, well-
The fire here has not caught quite yet.
Okay.
Once the zombie's moving past it, you guess it's probably going to ignite as well.
Yeah.
How high is the ceiling?
They're good 15 feet, kind of peaked.
If I can stay in the air for a bit
Yeah, definitely.
and be able to strike downward, then
You can
I could do that.
coolly kick a burning zombie into the pool of alcohol in slow motion.
You're right.
That'd be pretty cool.
So just taking into the air, you kind of ready,
Mhm.
ensuring you have some ability to escape as you guys see wings unfurl from behind the armor and lift the Stiffing warrior skywards. Anything else for Sorna?
No, I think I'll just ready an attack.
Alrighty.
Still want to make sure these people get out first.
20,
Yeah.
25, 30, 35. Now you see the sluggish man, still kind of wounded, grow kind of like...
Oh no.
As you can see, he's gasping for breath as this has grown, and in this
Oh no!
this rush,
No!
rushing through his system as adrenaline has taken him. You can hear his breath growing ragged as, using his dash action, he's kind of rushing up behind you as his breath is growing all the more heaving. And you see he vomits forth this black bile at your feet as
My beautiful shoe.
5, 10.
It's a sign of respect.
He's going to rush here as well. Going to kind of get to the corner. The vampiric man you can see bearing shield and longsword, just kind of ready at the corner, see what is occurring over here. And he's just like,
Yeah. As he comes out, he sees me yelling at the
looking
guy
up and
vomiting,
stuff.
saying, "You need to shut the fuck up."
Can you scout it?
Oh yeah, that's no problem.
He remembers the conversation he was trying to block out.
Yeah.
Fucking mountain climb.
It's my job.
Mikhail,
Do I have my armors on?
you use your action. You don't have your armor on.
Okay.
You just have it on your pack and everything.
Okay.
You are still but with cloth.
So
It's
5,
fine.
10.
I didn't want to put it on anyway.
It'll only weigh you down.
You,
It just reminds me of my past.
yeah. You move next to Kylov, the Dark Elf Barkeep. And he's just kind of like, let me get out of here. Come on. So they're ready to move in tandem. They recognize they need to flee from the situation.
Follow me. I guess I'm just gonna
So that was 5,
push
10,
past and-
15, 20, 25, 30. That'll get you just in there
Alright.
next to Sasha.
Cool. And then I guess can I just look in and make sure like
Uh,
how does everybody look?
You see a flaming zombie horde on the other side, just the toes of Sorna in her armored self,
Nice.
and the 2 other people who had so rudely come into your brothel tonight, now giving their lives, perhaps, to protect those who would be wishing to flee.
Let's not go that far.
I mean, sort
I
of.
will leave you as soon as the moment comes. I will trip you from the zombies.
That's right. Hey, looks heroic, but don't confuse this with heroism in any way.
My new death metal band.
So you still have your action.
Here's a question.
Yes.
If it's a pass without trace, is that's only if like the things that already see us are they die.
You
and
need
then
to
we
make a
cast
stealth
it.
check.
So yeah, okay.
So it'd be like once you escape
Once
here,
we get out,
that's
then
not
we can
trace.
Yeah,
will
yeah,
cast
work.
it.
yeah.
Right, okay. Let's see, because I don't want to do it, and I don't want to use that until. I guess I'll just ready in action with my work.
Mike's just blow my nose.
I don't know what's going on.
I'm trying to hide from the camera so I can blow my nose.
Quick, put your head down here.
As Vorl, you see these creatures beginning to move into this interior.
Yep.
Hear howling screams from within.
Those people are dying.
Yeah, that's the sound for
Rushing
death.
through there?
Oh, yeah.
This begins to ignite, as well as this
Upgrade.
I like it.
is beginning to engulf the
Ready
side
to
of this.
pull
It
out.
is mostly stone, but there's plenty of wood on the upper structure that is now beginning to catch. Is that from behind? So that has kind of sealed off any additional zombies attempting to come through for now. As Dex saves against that, you go ahead and roll for the alcohol fire damage, Molotov damage.
What am I rolling?
It would be 2d6 for
2d5.
both of them. Fail Dex saves.
9.
Nice.
9 points of damage. All right, that's fine. Managed to stay up, but they are engulfed in flames, and their skin just like boiling off.
Gross.
All right.
Barbecue.
As you flew 10 or 10 feet up, is that correct? So
Yeah.
you're above them, so you can like come down and strike if you wish. So, are you wanting to go ahead and land a blow as they're getting ready to move
Yeah.
for victory? Okay, so go ahead and make your attack.
With an advantage?
You'll have advantage because you are aided by a coin tossed in the face.
That'll be a 24.
That's what the sound makes.
Yes, Toing. Yes, that'll hit. I'm going to roll damage.
That'll be 9 points damage.
Alright, as your
I'm
sword
slashing.
cleaves into the body, you see this one is felled. There. Okay. As this one is going to move forward here.
You're in the wrong
Yeah.
part of town, bud.
I'll move here. Both of them attempt to get strikes on you.
And
Walking in
protection
like
from
a
here.
crowd of
You use your reaction to impose disadvantage, so that would have been a 19 to hit. And now it's only 9 to hit.
That makes
Thanks.
sense.
As the other one comes in, is going to attempt to strike.
I wanted to do protection on
Oh,
the
that
other
one would be
ones, but
20
I was
hit.
holding a damn
His
door.
friend's right there. I just like keep dancing around his friend.
For 3 points of
Okay.
slashing damage as this feral zombie claws into you.
Okay.
As the fire advances, they're going to push forward. 5,
Can
10,
we
15,
can we
20.
tell they're feral because they don't have collars and tags, or
Sure. They're an invasive species.
they
Definitely.
certainly are.
So,
They are
as
cats.
the brothel line advances, Sasha kind of leading the way. All of you had seen she is brandishing what looks like a short sword that she's relatively adept at
She's
using.
packing heat.
As the rest of them kind of kick around using their action to dash.
Yeah.
As it comes again to Vorl. So, at the top of this round, as the zombie horde is attempting to be done away with, it may result in chase or otherwise still dealing with the further advancement of the horde, depending on what transpires in this round. So, as it falls to Vorl.
I will use a bonus action to cast Zephyr Strike. Can I see any zombies from that room over there, from that other house? Or are they
all rushed in.
Okay.
Well, as you're concentrating on Zephyr Strike, there's a 40-foot climb before you. It is a deep, almost black granite. You're like, it's pretty sheer.
Yeah. And I go up it.
Alrighty.
Dashing.
Go ahead and make a athletics check.
I have advantage.
Indeed.
And I also have expertise in that.
Hey.
You said acrobatics or athletics?
Athletics.
That'll make it a... Well, I suck at athletics. We'll make it a 20.
20. Okay.
But that's
Somewhat
how
up.
bad.
It is kind of like relatively sheer, not too easily scaled. But you set your foot for a moment and do kind of a partial leap, grip, scurry across, and you manage to clamber on up.
Yeah.
And use your action to dash on up there to get to the top.
Yeah, to get to the very top, I'm going to
Yeah.
dash.
So, scaling to the top,
So that's 20
You
feet
are-
of movement left.
just there.
Okay, sweet.
You see before you, other people are scanning around and stuff, but there is not seemingly any zombies on this tier of the city as of
Okay.
yet. But as you have this higher vantage point peering out, you can see the whole lower portion of the city
Yeah.
is just swarming with undead, having poured over the walls. You can just see what is piles of bodies, a writhing mass of corporeal undead.
Okay. I'm going to move towards Ashley.
Another
About
5,
20.
10, 15, 20. You scale like
Well,
a
no,
small fence.
along the
Oh, okay.
along the
Gotcha.
wall.
Right there.
Yep.
Alrighty.
And that'll be my...
And Vicar.
There's still zombies in there.
Mm-hmm.
You
Are
betcha.
there any in range? Yes. Looks like there's one right. Yeah.
Something just stabbed me.
There's one adjacent to you.
Yeah. I'm going to attack that one.
Yeah, it's flanked. So.
Do we have it flanked?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say so. Yeah.
Pretty flanked.
Sort of flanked.
It's surrounded by all
21 to hit.
directions.
21 will hit.
Semi-flanked.
Yeah.
6. It's 7 piercing.
7 piercing. You see the fortitude of its undead form still holding.
I'm gonna hit him in his face, or kick him in the face or something.
Alrighty.
Bonus action attack.
Yeah, it's a 13. to hit.
13 will hit.
Reminder that there's just a zombie
6.
dangling in the front
Bludgeoning.
door. Upside down.
Well, it's probably on fire now.
Yeah.
You see the charred corpse now felled.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna move to his space, and Bonus action dash. Or, not dash, dodge.
You'd use your.
Use
Oh,
your bonus
you're right,
action
you're right,
attack, Yeah.
In that case, I will.
Stay where I am, or
Another punch.
You're gonna use the
a bunch
flurry
of
of
blows.
Flurry of blows, yes.
Flurious up in here.
Furious?
flurry of blows.
23 to hit.
That'll hit. That one you did not have advantage on, but
Oh,
you're still.
well, the lower ones.
Yeah, it'll still hit. They're zombies.
I can reroll if I can see. 7 to hit.
7
7 points
of damage.
7 points damage, yes.
And this one goes down as well. You see kind of 2 unfurling strikes against these undead creatures. It's able to rattle around the brain enough and dissipate the necrotic energy, animating them.
Okay. And I will wait there.
Tanar.
Is the flame moving toward us?
Not actively. This just caught within the last 6 seconds. If you had to put a really exact time marker on it, you feel like it will probably double in size as it's consuming the alcohol surrounding it. But what is more important is that there are plenty of other things there that give it a good minute. The entire bar is going to be engulfed. They had a fair bit of a stock.
So from the doorway, can I reach any of the other bottles?
Yeah, around your lengthened extremities, you'll be able to use 5 feet of movement to get around and get one more bottle.
Just one?
Yeah. There's not a whole lot on there. And then you're kind of at the edge of the kitchen. No real spirits to be had.
Yeah, I was looking around, see if they have any brandy or anything back there.
Quick drink and
Quick sip.
Drinks tap water.
Yeah, alcohol doesn't really do much for me.
only
Takes a lot.
Hydrochloric acid tastes better. I will then reach around, grab the bottle, and smash it.
All right, you give the building the reach around, and you get a bit of liquor, and you smash it in the other direction, further drawing flames outward.
Yeah.
More fire!
Get one more token of fire here.
It's getting hot.
Hot in here. So, there you go.
So I'm still going to stand there to make sure that everyone back there has...
Still holding.
We can't really see. Do I hear them?
There is a wall of flame
That's what I
behind
thought.
these remaining 4 zombies.
Is the only person left loincloth guy?
Seemingly. You
Yeah.
guys are kind of the last bulwark. Everybody else had run forward.
we forgot Timmy. Wait!
Well, speaking of bulwark, is there anyone else back here?
No.
Okay.
They all got out.
Well then, yeah, I'll stand at the doorway to stop the zombies from getting through. Are you coming back?
To Sorna.
Yeah, we're
We'll
close.
go back to the
5,
to
10,
dash.
15, 20, 25, 30. Get you right there. Still just like elevating yourself above the tables. 15, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Get you there.
Skip to 15.
I was thinking remainder of movement, but fine, over. Yes.
Yeah.
So, as you course over the table and kind of draw up, you can see all of them take a small bit of heart seeing this almost angelic creature coming from behind them. But you see at the front Sasha kind of like seeing the pair of wings on the kayak. Oh,
Wrong person.
as she had expected something else. As,
You're the complete
anything else for
opposite of what
Sorna?
he is.
Complete opposite.
Does he have wings that are visible?
Not currently.
Not currently.
Okay.
That's why she got so excited. Was like she saw a bit of wing, but anything else for Sorna?
No. If I can't go any further, I'm just sort of gonna protect as best I can.
As Sorna and Vorl, you see the sluggish hunter kind of
Oh no.
and is going after the vampiric man. As he kind of coming along and says, "Away!" The vampiric man is going to slash. He's holding his attack action. That will be a hit. This is long sword. You see a wound kind of open across the sluggish man. Not enough to fell him in the first, but enough to kind of draw back
Draw some spark.
as it falls to Mikhail.
I guess let's just move toward the back.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Use my action to just kind of push on through.
You guys are somewhat safe, so I'm out of here.
So-
Bye.
So you get to here,
Bye.
kind of into the middle of your associates and everything. They kind of just turning. You see Sasha at the front, everything. Okay. Still, as the horde drawing over the flames. 5, 10, 15. Use their actions to dash to get there, actually, because I have to vault over that.
I can't climb over it, yeah.
Go ahead and roll 2d6, because that's the positioning and stuff. 4.
Here.
This one, you see, kind of like almost clambers along the wall, away from the fire.
Fire bad.
The other two just like through it and everything. While the other one managed to get away. But that does singe the other two. Okay. That's all
Wait,
we're able
how
to
did
do.
that one guy push through?
Well, one guy.
Isn't there a guy? He looks like a
1, 2, 3,
dead
4.
guy. He pushed into the room we're in through the doorway.
Yeah, he's going to get an attack in.
What were you doing?
Block the door.
I thought I was.
Well, is that doors or an open space?
It's like an open arc. It's big enough for them to kind of rush through and everything. Because you didn't have a hell attack or anything. But
Yeah.
that one is the only one that's going to be able to strike. It's only 14 to strike you.
Misses.
All right.
Just misses.
As
Well, the loincloth is a start,
Well, you know,
but
Yeah.
Is
They
it
will-
a hide loincloth?
push on out here. You can see they're kind of gathered at the back and they're like looking. As Remy, you can see kind of like looks back to you.
I'm gonna turn into a lizard.
What?
Wait, what?
How can we get out of here? We can't scale. I don't know. Like they're searching for a way to try and get to the next tier of the town.
You gotta climb on top of me.
oh, I thought you were going to turn into like.
A little no.
As she'll kind of like something I never thought I'd hear from your mouth.
My dreams
So-
finally come true.
Well, he and Remy have a thing.
Yeah.
So
There's
back to
this.
Voral.
Yeah.
I shoot the fucker.
Right.
I'm guessing this fucker.
I see him attack. I'm like, oh,
Flicker into you.
I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
And I will use the.
He doesn't actually work there, so he's not technically a fucker.
Yeah, just not a fucker.
He's a biter.
I will use the secondary
Zephyr Strike.
Zephyr
You say
Strike
he's a
to
biter?
give me bonus.
Yeah.
Give me advantage.
Well, I mean,
almost
he
dropped
tried to
that.
bite that person.
Right.
Well, I forgot to say sharpshooter, but it doesn't matter. +7.
Doesn't matter. I'm going to use it anyway.
No, I'm not.
You got
Because I didn't say it. So,
Oh, it's a good roll. I'll use Sharpshooter.
you have to say it before.
I did that sometimes.
So 14 +7.
Yes.
Okay.
So strike on
I'm
him.
like, how's math work? So,
Extra D8 of force damage.
I think it's 2.
I mean, that's a really complicated question.
Vicar is on the back.
I have one more round in me.
1d8. Okay.
I mean,
right.
it's 4
Trust in
against
your
2.
DM. Not always. No.
I know-
Always.
I know stuff.
Always question your DM.
Disengage.
Because sometimes, so many rules.
But then just wrong.
Shoot in the fucking head. Excuse my language. God, that was not good.
The next doorway looks small.
As you loose from your longbow an arrow to hopefully fell this new attacker.
Yeah.
11 damage.
11 points of damage.
Yeah.
That is enough from what the vampiric individual did. As you see the vampiric man still just dressed in the loose chainmail, shield and longsword look up to you. Thanks.
I do a little wink. And I run away.
Just holding there. Gonna throw down a rope.
I don't have my rope anymore because I used
Oh
the
yeah.
snare.
That's right. That's very unfortunate.
It's very
It's-
unfortunate.
It is certainly burnt
To
to
Vicar.
ashes.
Well, I'm
Alright.
going to use my movement real quick, actually. Now I see everyone's out, and I was kind of trying to distance myself from that dude. What's the real thing?
Oh, thank God, I have a rope.
I can use I have 60 feet of movement now, so I'm going to climb back down. I'm going to climb to the
But
corner
now
of
you're
that
just
building.
showing off.
Yeah.
Climb to
So like right here if I can.
Yeah, that'll be clambering down. You can definitely get there. There's that. He climbed up, and then he climbed down as the vampiric man will expend his reaction. What are you doing?
My job.
As he's kind of like looking up, like,
I don't know. What do I see out here now?
Oh, okay.
That's my quick question.
Coursing through here, you can see there is a filtering horde of creatures.
Set this on fire.
Set it on fire.
Great.
What are you doing?
We're saving the town.
What my papa taught me. Not that guy.
Considering where we are,
They're all turned to slime zombies.
So, as you can see,
Goodness
more of them moving this way.
Okay.
You guys had seen that night figure initially. You imagine they're following some.
And any in that direction?
Nothing,
Besides those
nothing
in there,
immediately
but-
in this direction.
Okay.
They're all pushing up this main courseway and through here.
I go to the guy. I go, I got a plan.
Alrighty, to Vicar.
All right, I'm gonna start slashing at these things.
All right, the old slash and dash.
Slash and dash.
Pray and pray.
Don't have advantage, right?
Nope.
10 to hit.
10 will hit.
Yeah.
5 piercing.
5 piercing. Right, so you see, comes back.
I'm gonna come up for you.
Another attack. 22.
22 will hit.
The same one. 7.
7 points. You see, as the second blow comes down, the creature is felled.
Just die already.
again.
So there's 3 more in range of me.
Mm-hmm. These 2. This one's just out of range.
So just 2.
And there's a table just to your right.
I think I'll flurry of blows. I think and try to hit another one.
Your skin is just boiled by the fire almost. Smell of rotten, seared flesh in the air.
Gross.
17 to hit for 4 damage.
Okay. Enough. This one able to still to sustain its undead form. Whatever's animating it, you have dealt with zombies before. You can tell there is an increased essence behind it, that there is a more aggressive nature to them, as well as the fortitude is more profound than what you've faced before.
I'm gonna look at Nar, and you're good, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go 45 feet towards the exit.
5, 10. Should just begin to move away. I'm going to attempt to strike a 20 to hit,
Definitely.
and that will be 6 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one is going to attempt to grapple, so you can
Grappling zombies.
they're trying to grab onto you.
I'm so weak.
This would be acrobatics or athletics, whatever you prefer.
That's pretty good.
21.
Oh no.
Well, that's good.
Acrobatics, also 21. What happens?
Ooh, okay. As it, unfortunately, because it's initiating action, it basically meets your DC. So it grapples onto you, and you are held, presently grappled by this one.
I'll look to Nar, panicked.
Panicked.
Fuck.
I will. Can I make it to here?
Yes.
Kill the
Okay, and then stab him.
15, 20, 25 feet of movement. And
Yeah.
Step
21.
One person.
That is 11 points damage.
10 points of damage. Let's see.
I think so.
Falls.
Is it power for now?
What?
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Is it?
Everyone's like, what?
It's down. Yeah, you can see it no longer animated. They're just the two
And
remaining.
he's not held.
He's no longer grappled.
and he wasn't knocked prone or anything.
No, just grabbed onto him.
I will step forward, so we're on either side of that.
10.
Well, can I step over the?
Yeah.
Can I flow around the dead guy? Or, yeah.
Step into there.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Sorna.
Oh man.
That was abrupt.
Like, you get out the door.
5, 10, 15, 20. Just above them there.
Okay. Was that all of my movement?
You're right there. Movement.
It was like
Very helpful, Ken.
it was dangling off the side, so I was like, I'm gonna save my mini.
It's fine.
That's what you
Alright.
say.
So-
That's what they say.
Leave the dangle.
So I
alone.
can see that there's like a sheer wall there.
Good 40 feet up.
Okay, I'm gonna try and
Dash on
fly
it.
up to it,
Carry me.
and so I can like throw my rope.
Right. So you about have 15 feet off the ground. You'll definitely be able to make it there with your next regular movement. As still rattling on the ground, you can see the sluggish hunter who had first entered into the space now is laying there spilling out black
This
bile.
man's been murdered.
As the vampiric man, you can see kind of like sees the rope dangling outside of your pack.
Mhm.
Throw it down!
Don't worry, I will.
Stop talking! There's zombies everywhere.
As he'll get like right here, and
Stop mansplaining to me.
So, okay.
Alright, I'm going
He's
to
drunk, he doesn't know what he's
first of
saying.
all, as I do, I'm going
Who hasn't heard that
Remy.
before?
climb on, and I'm going to turn into a giant lizard.
I mean, he forgets that I was the one who set the DC on the damn door.
So 25 feet of
Very
movement gets you
strong.
there, and you're shifting into a giant
Lizard.
lizard.
Yes, challenge rating 1/4, but it also can be ridden as a steed and has spider climb. If that's okay with you, because it's
Indeed it
very.
does.
It has a climbing speed of 30 feet anyway, so it's fine.
Well, I just didn't want it. It's like, no. You can either have spider
feel
climb or be a mouse.
Anyone in
You can't
heavy
have both.
armor
He's not a
would be
gecko.
very helpful for us at the moment.
I think we can get
No,
one zombie
being
into
from the
it.
south, you know
They're
that
two.
there are
I was
numerous
there too.
subterranean
Unless they both
capital,
died from the flames.
lizards,
We can.
which will
Because the
certainly
clever
be large enough
climbed around the
for
wall, avoiding
to be mounted.
It is. It's a very interesting position as well.
I'm a lizard. My
Well,
legs go out
It's
this way.
It's like a sword.
It's like, it walks like this.
As the monstrous form of the gigantism that can often take on lizards, you kind of push your form outwards, issuing this command. You know that you'd be able to carry 2 of them safely. Remy is at the back, but she'll be charging forward on her turn. As the zombie horde advances,
Continues on.
we'll push there and there.
God damn it! I'm
One attack for
standing
each.
here.
One for you. That'll only be a 5 to hit, and for you, only a 7 to hit.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah,
As they'll thrash around, but still bearing the scars of the intense heat, which grows behind you as this advances and engulfs the entirety of the bar. You know likely that the bottles may hold for maybe a minute before they start to wither
Combust.
under the heat.
They secretly had alchemist
Burst.
fire in there.
So this
Yeah,
is
I'll just mix a drop of alchemist
becoming
fire with,
engulfed
like,
as there is a
heat
solid
vodka.
line of where the dragging
Like-
footsteps across the wooden floor are beginning to engulf it as well. As it falls to them,
They hop on.
Remy will kind of like come up and lay a hand on you. Take them fast.
I'm
As
going to use my reaction to say no in lizard.
you kind of like you just like you shake your head a little bit and stuff. But Sasha and Kylov,
They're both like, sure. Let's
are
Yeah,
trying to
sure, why
figure out
not?
stuff. So As it is false to Voral.
Seeing that we're going back up, I kind of just wanted to get around and possibly help if there's anything in the way over there. So I'm gonna come on again.
You're just showing off.
Yeah, I'm like,
As
look
you-
what I can do, guys.
As you
You
move
want to
it
see
in,
me do it again?
Can I do it stealthily? And well, no, because if I dash, it's gonna be only 30 feet if I stealth up there. So yeah, I'm almost feet up there. I'm out of here.
10, 15, 20. I'll go and make an athletics check. This one is a little bit less sheer, but still requiring athletics check to get up there. Find the handholds and everything.
19.
You make it up to the top using your action to dash.
I'm out of
You
here.
got 5 feet of movement left, either that way or this way. Hold right there.
Yeah, I'll go towards the group. I take one step forward.
For Vicar.
I'm gonna keep at him.
Alrighty.
Can I move into flanking? Actually, no, because I don't get in range of the other ones. I'll stay where I'm at.
Alrighty.
Um,
Kind of like at the other edge of the table.
10 to hit.
10 will hit.
9 points of damage.
9 points. Okay. You see the undead form still.
I'm gonna try and get it with my bludgeoning.
Just die.
3 more points. Or 4 more points.
4 more points. Still.
I'm just gonna take my chances and try and book it out of there.
Just die already.
As it is going to attempt to just strike. That's a 14 to hit.
14 misses.
10, 15, 20, 40. Get you there.
Yeah, I'll go 45.
There's a hell of it.
Yeah.
Just for that. So, falls to Nar.
I stabbed the one in front of me. 14.
14 will hit.
4 points damage. That's the one Vicar's been beating on, right?
Yep.
Non-stop. All day.
For 4 points, you still see its undead form not felled.
This one's chunky.
I disengage
Right.
Good idea.
and make my way. What is my movement?
30 feet. As you slink from around the corner, you move into this other kind of dining area. You see just the tail end of Vicar. Moves with incredible alacrity.
I actually don't.
Don't want to go that far.
Can I, as part of my movement, smack into the table, flip it up towards the doorway?
It'll be an acrobatics check. As you come through here, you land on that edge of the table wanting to vault it backwards, and you need to keep your momentum and vault over it. So acrobatics.
Well, we know how well I did with the window, so I am looking forward to this roll.
Better?
11.
11. Okay.
I'm good at acrobatics. I am not good at rolling
As
the
you
die.
manage to flip the table, but you fumble a bit, and you have to use all your remaining movement to kind of like catch yourself and
We got
flit
3D
around a
props
little bit.
going.
But you have tipped the table. You'd have half cover against their attacks as they're going to try to.
Yeah, so I will just turn around with the table there.
My
So-
giant shield.
Ready to brace that?
Yep.
As it falls to Sorna.
Alright.
Using just
Get up there
the
and
30 feet of your movement, you get just to the top here.
I'll throw my rope. And 50 feet of rope.
50 feet.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Is the vampiric man ready to kind of catch it? See what he does.
Rick man.
He kind of fumbles with it a little bit.
Him in the face.
So, anything else for Soren? That was just your interactive
I'm
object.
just gonna
Ready
ready
to
to
hold? Okay.
help pull people up.
The vampiric man is kind of like seeing the situation with you climbing. He is going to kind of motion them on as he's just readying an attack. So,
I never expected him to punch one of them and climb on himself.
He burst.
There's always that one guy.
there's always that one guy.
Yeah.
You're just going to use your action to dash and clamber on
We're
up.
also usually the first to die too when they get selfish.
I have 30 feet of movement. How high is it? 40?
40 feet.
Okay, yeah.
You're like,
So-
yeah, dash up there.
Clambering on up.
Ah! What?
Right, this
The
edge,
lizard
get them
hits
off,
you.
and then you have more speed to clamber
Like
on back down. and stuff.
He
So,
just jumps
so
on.
you'll be able to get just to the edge of it
Okay.
with the 20 left and everything. So
Yeah, if I jump off.
you'll take a little bit of damage. Anything else
Revert
for
back
Mikhail?
into it.
Yeah. Oh, God. Oh.
Don't you have flaps of
anything else
skin
for
between your legs?
Right.
How many hit points do I have? 19. Wait, no, that's more than
Is it better than you usually do?
20 is going to be an opposed athletic check. Is just trying to clamber over.
That's much better.
It's 8 for it.
I have 18 plus something, maybe. Plus
Yeah,
something.
you push the
18.
table back and everything,
Yeah.
preventing it from even getting an attack off this round. The other one has to stop behind it, not able to move beyond that as well.
Bigger!
As
Bigger!
the crackling flames at the front end of the brothel continue to grow.
You probably should have grabbed the sign in memoriam.
There,
Oh, that sounds
these two
awful.
are going to be ready to climb onto you as Hansig here is going to begin climbing the rope.
Who are the two people that are about to climb on me?
Trent.
Migra and Trent. Yes.
And Remy is still.
She's still holding down there, waiting for everybody to get up first.
Damn it, Remy, and your mother-like ways.
First, you.
So, back at the top to Vorl. With
Climb down
this-
again.
with the circumstance, and Nar, you're going to be able to react and dash outwards. Their movement is slower than you can move, so we'll kind of fast forward through round a little bit. So
Yeah.
just quick action for Vorl.
I move
Getting
back
over.
up with the group. I'm going to kind of step towards the
heading
exit, the head, and kind of survey the area if I can.
Simple enough.
And
Vicar?
Yeah, I should ready the door so when he comes through, shut it.
Advancing to there.
They don't know how to use
And then to
doors.
Nar. Advancing.
Well, if you, I mean,
Yeah,
put
so shove the
thing in.
table and take off running.
Yeah, you can get right on out there.
Okay.
I'm right here.
And Sorna still just holding the rope.
Yep.
Vampiric Man rushing up behind him, kind of like showing concern,
One more
direction.
time.
Mikhail, using your action to dash, you can get back down and back up,
Sweet. Yeah,
Drawing them.
that's not good.
upwards onto that edge.
You do some like really dramatic stuff where
As
this
the
guy in
horde,
the armor shows
see
up
how
from
they
behind
do.
and stabs Remy.
Oh my gosh, natural one.
That's a
Okay.
revenge story.
You hear them like just like petting the table within. As just behind Hansig, Remy beginning to climb the rope and stuff.
Do you hear
So,
the sound of wood being stroked in the brothel?
so as it comes to the end of the turn, the zombies will not be able to advance.
Yeah.
There are no other active threats. You begin moving up to the next tier of the city. All of you kind of hoping to catch your breath for but a moment. You can see that there is a black bead of necrotic energy just erupt across a building about 1,000 feet away
On the same plateau.
on the lower plateau.
Okay.
You look over and you know that was a temple to the Travail, the goddesses of the Dark Elves, as all of you just take these scan moments to collect your thoughts. And that is where we'll go ahead and end the session.
Yeah.
So, yes, thank you so much, everybody,
Nice.
for sticking with it. Watching. We'll be in touch about next session. Just follow us on Saber's Game, gather your games. And thank you so much to Big Top Tabletop for support and just every other viewer out there. Yeah. See you next time.
Yeah.
guys.
Oh, that's fun.
I hope this is going to be habit. Every building we enter, we burn down.
It's a new trademark.
Definitely. I can see this in your future, especially with Sticky Fingers over here.
I'm gonna take alcohol. Wait.
They definitely saw it and everything, that their lockbox and stuff. But
He's keeping it safe for
He
him.
saved
of course,
it for
of course.
them.
The
Yeah.
zombies took it.
Who stayed back to fight the
Yeah.
zombies?
Yeah. You are all welcome.
That's right.
I'm at least taking 10 gold out of that thing for the room we never got.
Is the stream over?
Oh man,
Is the stream
the
turned
Russian
off?
air is glorious.
the stream is done. First.
Yeah! I have taken 0 damage.
I'm down to 13, which is pretty good for me.
I have
Usually down
taken
to like death saves.
12 damage.
Jeez.
I'm let nothing get you because I'm still pretty much naked.
You
I'm
take
at
all
half.
of it. The whole brunt. Oh, goodness. That was fun.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
I can see now that I should not be the face of the party.
No, maybe not.
It's a guess, but I feel secure in making it.
That's fun. They're just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Sora's getting fed up with this vampire, drunk vampire man.
Throw the rope down. No shit, is that what the rope is for? Shut up, fuckface.
Can you make it up there? Yeah, I told you I could. Earlier today.
He was listening.